Hey there, welcome back to gggaming. So we got a fun little tutorial video here on how the Flair mechanic works in Pokemon TCG Pocket, which is how to make cards just look cool, do cool things when you play them, all that fun stuff. So we're gonna go through all the details, everything you need to know on exactly how this mechanic works. So stick around, this is going to be a good video. All right, so first and foremost, what is Flair? It's just that. It's the flair on the card. It's a design, it's an added feature, etc. So here we go. I'm gonna show you all of it, everything you need to know. So I'm gonna take this awesome Machamp EX that we have right here at the top of our list, which we just recently pulled. This thing is amazing by itself, but it can be better. That's what's so cool about this game. So right here at the bottom, you see this nice little obtain Flair button. All right, so on any of your cards, you can click this thing. So we're gonna click this for this Machamp. Now, I only own one of these Machamps, and the key to Flair is you have to have a duplicates of the card greater than 2. You must have more than 2 of any given card for Flair to work. But you can still take a look at what the stuff is. So I own one of this Machamp. I'm gonna click that obtain Flair, and it's gonna show me what Flair options I have for this card. And there's 2 different things when it comes to Flair that are kind of in play here. Depending on the rarity of the card, then we will see how many cards it takes of each type to ultimately get the next Flair stage. Okay, so for this Machamp, we see that we've got this first item right here. So when I play it, poof, this little poof of dust there, twinkle. This twinkle is Flair, whatever. And then we can hit the second one here. Nice little rocks, very cool for Machamp. And we can kind of scroll over and we can see our other 2 options. So we got this one. So all of this Machamp's options are based on his play, because this card already looks amazing. It doesn't need to add anything else to it. But let's go back and let's take a look at some other Flair options. And I'm going to show you kind of the best ones to do right out of the gate. So right here, when we hit the sort option there, this little thing at the bottom, duplicates. This button is strictly there for Flair. I'm convinced of it. They put that there just for Flair, so you can see what you have that you can already apply Flair to make them look cool. Okay, so that, and then let's hit that duplicates button. Now by default, it's going to filter so that we see we have 1 of each card. Hit it again. Hit it one more time. That'll flip the filter the other way. And then we get the cards we have the best opportunity to work with Flair. So we have Rattata, Helioptile, Woobat, etc. You can make all of these cards better. So I can click that Rattata to start with, hit obtain Flair, and it's going to be more expensive than what we saw in terms of the number of cards needed than we saw in the Machamp. The Machamp actually had everything available right out of the gate because that is such a rare card. We have to unlock normal cards in stages. All right, so we have 1 option here, and that is this guy right here, which is the gold cosmetic. Puts a little twinkle on the card when you play it. Super cool, and it will require, right down here, we take a look. It requires 50 of the shine dust as well as 3 more Rattata cards. You will lose those cards when you apply this thing, okay? So we're gonna do that together. I'll go ahead and exchange it. It's gonna knock me from 15 down to 12, okay? Cool. And right there, it's gonna show me a nice little animation, putting the Flair on top of that Rattata. Super cool. Love the animations in this game. They did such a great job. And oof, our Rattata now, which is a boring normal card, now has a Flair. But that's not it. It's not done. We get more. The more we unlock, now we get a whole more. Once you unlock the first one, you get a whole nother set. On Machamp, we could see everything because it didn't care because that one's so rare. Now we've got stars that we could add. Also super cool. And these change. Every card, not only about every card, but a lot of the cards have got different Flairs that all super that do different things. Then we got this one, nice little pink stars, purple stars, purple, not pink, and then we got purple stars there, not pink. Super cool on that Rattata. As you see, these are locked. These 2 over here are locked. Okay, what does that mean? That means we've got to unlock that one first to unlock those. You got to work your way through the stages. Now, let's check out the next piece here. So that's basic cards. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a quick look here. Let's go Pinsir. If I take a look at that Pinsir, I took a look at his Flairs. It's not going to show me what they are because I have to unlock that first one. So we'll skip that. Bad example. Go down to the last promos that we had. So the Chansey promo and then that Meowth promo. If I check out that Chansey from promo set number 1, I have 7 of those. I click on that because it's a promo card. I unlock the first one, and then it'll let me have the more of them, but it's a lot less. See, I only need 1 right down there, 1 Chansey card in exchange versus the 3 that we needed on the Rattata. The more rare the card, the less you need. So good mechanic there from the Pokemon Company on this. All right, need you to stop drawing. Let's back out of that because we're not going to waste those. Those promo cards probably are never going to come back around again, and if they do, they're never going to have that that Series A tag on them, I expect. So I want to be careful what I do with those. Okay, so let me go down to what I'm looking for, and that is Professor's Research. All right, so these cards are available in the shop. Okay, check out my deck building guide. I'll show you exactly where these are and how to build them. Just basically go to your shop, scroll to the bottom, and then you can use your shop tickets to buy these. But these are considered promo cards, which means they're rarer. It means you need less for the Flair. Now, on this particular Professor's Research, I've already unlocked the first 2 stages of it, which are the normal stars, the stars, and the twinkle. And I see that right here, owned 1. Okay, so those are already owned. Now it says I can exchange more than 1 because if I want to, I can have 2 cards in my deck. If I want to have both cards with the same player, then I've got to have 2 options, you know, two of the twinkles unlocked. So I've got 1 of each basically in my decks. I put the star and I put the actual twinkle. But now we can see that next in list, I can actually unlock this one here. All right, so let's go ahead and unlock that. And it only costs 150 shine dust. Obviously the Machamp, way more expensive on the shine dust than these. There we go. So get the gold cosmetic exchange, knocks me down to 4. And the best part about these, it's going to give you a warning on your rare cards. Okay, promo cards are rare, but not a big deal because these are available in the shop. You can buy these things anytime, at least right now. Go ahead and add our next one to the very cool Professor's Research. There we go. Got our 3rd stage Flair. So while we're at it, because we've been saving it strictly for this video, there you go. You see that last one unlocked. Let's go ahead and add this one as well. Knocks us down to 3 cards. You must have more than 2 cards of any given card. All right, it will not let you exchange a Flair if you've only got 1 or 2 cards. Just won't let you do it. It'll tell you, give you an error, say you must have at least 2. That one is really, really cool. I like that. The triangles, diamonds rather, kind of bouncing around the screen. Okay, close out of that. And there you go. That one is fully unlocked. Nothing else we can do there except for maybe if we wanted to add another one of these, then we would be able to do that. So that is how you get Flair on your card. But that's not it. Let's go talk about putting these things in your deck. Because just because you get a Flair in your card doesn't mean it's going to be in your deck. So you're going to go to your decks. All right. Go to my deck section, and I'll just pick a random one. Pick my my fighting deck here that has that awesome Machamp in it. There he is that we just pulled. Now, in order to apply the Flairs to the cards, because when I look at this deck, I've got 2 Professor's Research. They have my other Flairs on them that I've already applied. But how do I change that? I'm going to go to Edit, open the deck for edit mode, and then we will see now that we have right there Professor's Research with these cool little icons for the Flair. None of my other cards have that. They get that icon once you've unlocked any of the Flair options for your cards. All right. So I'm gonna click on maybe the one with the diamonds here, and then I can switch and pick whichever ones I want to pick. Now here's the key. Check that out. That one's blocked. Why is it blocked? Because I've only I've only exchanged 1 of the Flair for that. As we saw, we had the opportunity to exchange up to 2. So I'd have to go exchange another one for the stars to be able to get 2 of the stars in my deck. So in this case, we'll go and switch this one over to those awesome triangles. Very cool. So now we see that card right there now has the triangle options. So when I play it, the triangles will appear as the Flair for that one. I can do the same thing for the star one. Let's switch that over to our new kind of bubble hue. And there you go. That is how you apply those. Save that, save it. Unfortunately, you are going to have to do that for all of your decks. I don't see a shortcut. If anybody knows of a shortcut to apply it to everything, let me know. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do all these individually in all of your decks. Because if I go to my Mewtwo deck here, and I scroll down to my researches, there we go. So I actually don't have anything applied to this one. Even though I applied them in the other deck, this one they're not applied. So I've got to do the same thing and apply whichever ones I want to these cards and save it. Not terribly hard, but a little bit tedious in the fact that you have to do it in every single deck. But there you go. That is how the Flair mechanic works. Of course, that will appear when you play them in battle. They do look really, really cool. But otherwise, let me know if I missed anything. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this was helpful in teaching you how to use that Flair mechanic. I know it can be a little bit confusing, to say the least. See you in the next one.